to another episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? I'm Kellie Raspberry Evans, and I am just one of two hosts of the podcast. This is my husband, Alan Evans.
Hello, I'm Alan. A train in the house.
For a minute, my word lost.
Did you
lost
lurch?
my word. I lost my word. couldn't think of the word I was trying to say. Host was the word I couldn't think of. Random, right?
You didn't tell everybody, speaking of having a pause, you didn't tell everybody that story about on Mother's Day. You got something stuck on your tonsil. I thought I was going to put the Heimlich on you.
Yeah, I have a problem. I choke pretty regularly at meals. It happens fairly regularly.
More than the average person.
Not to the point where I need somebody to do the Heimlich, because from what I've been told, you're not truly in a danger zone if you can still cough and if you can still get some sort of air, even if you're struggling, as long as you're coughing and stuff, that's a good sign. It's when you can't get any air coming going that you're in trouble. But I think my problem is I do like to talk a lot, as I've been reminded tonight.
Well, you do it for a living.
I do it for a living.
You get paid to talk.
And you
not by the word.
Try. That's right.
Not by the word.
I'm a talker by nature. And even like in the past when I would go on, I'm a great first date. I'm a great first date because I am not going to let there be silence. And when you get comfortable with someone, you can have silences, right? But when you're on a first date or something and there's silence, it's very awkward. The silence is what they say, deafening.
You better get real comfortable with silence, because one of these days you're going to be in the passenger seat of the Newmar King Air, right, and I'm going to be at the wheel, and we're going to be cruising on I-20 for about 10 hours a day. You better get comfortable with silence.
I'll be asleep.
Comfortable.
I'll be very asleep.
You better get comfortable.
And I might, oh God, I don't want to talk about it. Okay.
That upsets your family.
We'll talk about that. My family does not think that conversation is funny. They all take him very seriously, and they don't like it. So anyway.
Does that mean they resent me?
You're starting to wear on their last nerves.
Oh, no. Really? No, I'm not. Really? That's not true.
People don't know when you're kidding sometimes, Alan.
Well, I like to keep people off balance.
What was I even talking about?
I don't know. I wanted you to tell the story how you almost choked it.
Oh, choking.
Yeah.
So I talk a lot, and that includes while I'm eating.
Mark that.
And, okay, that's like a lot. You really think this is not funny anymore, because now you're hurting my feelings. Alan said before we started the podcast that I talk too much, and now here we are.
Listener,
in a podcast, you're supposed to talk.
I am being misrepresented. That is not true. That is not what I said.
That is 100% true.
Okay, whatever. People love to hear us bicker, too.
We're not bickering. But Alan did say I talk too
And then
much.
I'm always the bad guy.
At any rate, no, somebody said I actually cut you off too much.
Who said that?
Somebody in the message room on YouTube.
When?
Tonight, I told you. I said I'll take that as constructive criticism.
Oh, I've
See,
never
you don't
seen
hear that.
Yeah, I don't hear that.
Anyway, as I was eating, talking, swallowing, breathing simultaneously, as I tend to do, a piece of Alan's fabulous smoked ribs bounced off my tonsil.
6 hours on the smoker, guys.
So good.
Oh.
And the barbecue sauce he found was Guy Fieri.
I was doing that.
Flavor Town.
I was doing that as a bit.
But it was good.
But it was good. It was the kind of baby back ribs when you pick up the rib, like the bone, like it just comes out. It's just a bone.
You know what I mean? Slides off of it.
Yeah, it was that tender.
But that tender piece of meat bounced off my tonsil.
That morsel.
And I immediately removed myself from the table because I knew what was about to happen, and that would be a convulsive coughing fit. And I tried to be quiet about it, but I think I worried your mom.
Yeah. And you start turning red.
Yeah. But I was fine.
Your eyes start watering.
I just have to. And then, you can't talk for a long time because now your throat's irritated. So you come back to the table and you're talking like that. It's terrible. But anyway, your mother, she likes to drink just teeny tiny bit of wine. Because as I've learned being married to a Filipino, apparently Filipinos have some sort of DNA or some sort of genetic composition where processing alcohol is different, right?
Well, that's what my mother says. I didn't get that gene. I mean,
well, you're half white.
Whoa.
You're half Filipino, half Caucasian, I should say.
Whoa. Okay.
What? Well, that mean maybe the half Caucasian part is what you got.
Yeah, maybe it is. I mean, my dad can drink beer all day.
Yeah.
Every day. But my mom, she'll have like a quarter glass of this.
Sip.
Of this, like a what's the sweet wine? The Riesling.
She likes the Riesling.
Riesling or a Pinot, what is that? Grigio?
This is a Pinot Grigio, and honestly, it looks like I'm drinking a glass of urine.
Or
it really does.
Or like a blush or a rosé.
Yeah, a rosé all
she
day.
She can slay, and then she'll drink a quarter glass of any of those weak wines, and she turns red. She
gets very tipsy.
Oh, she says, "I'm tipsy."
So cute.
And then she sings.
So cute.
Yeah.
But you know me, I don't like to waste, and so we had this practically full bottle of Pinot Grigio. So I've been trying to finish that, and I'll do that tonight. You know what I have for dinner tonight, for supper, as we say in the South? Pork rinds and Pinot Grigio. That was supper for me. How about you, babe? Tell them the truth. We have our moments in quarantine, everybody.
I had 3 hot dogs.
Not with the bread, just the wieners.
Bunless wieners. Yes, I had 3 bunless wieners with French's yellow mustard. I had Tostita. No. On the border chips with Tostitos queso and Pace's chunky salsa.
That was supper, y'all.
That was my supper. Oh, and some leftover turkey slices.
Wow.
Yep, that's what I had.
But you know what? That's the way it is. One day we have delicious falling off the bone smoked ribs. The night after that, Alan smoked steaks for us. We've been eating really good. So tonight, I had pork rinds and Pinot Grigio. You had some wieners and cheese sauce. That's okay. That's okay. It's about balance.
Yeah, sometimes you eat because it's like a get together or a party. Sometimes you eat because you actually enjoy the food and you savor it and you can taste the layers of flavor. And sometimes you eat just because you want to make a turd.
There's that. Anyway, on that note, I did go into the cul-de-sac tonight. The ladies wanted to have a very quick cul-de-sac cocktail hour. So that's where I've been.
How many people were there?
I didn't have supper.
How many people were there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
How far apart?
We were all spaced out. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, one came out, just walked out to say hey, and then she had to leave. So 6 total, but 5. And it was 4 of us. It was 3 of us for a long time. Then the 4th, then the 5th. Then I remember myself. So now there's 4 out there.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, it's very nice. I tell you what, I'm so thankful.
It was ladies' night?
It's ladies' night tonight for the cul-de-sac happy hour. I'm so lucky that I moved into a neighborhood that actually has neighbors that want to, get together and talk. And quarantine is just like force that a little bit more too. But you got to want to do it. And I've lived in neighborhoods before where I don't know my next door neighbor. I don't know the person across the street. And this is just such a nice change. So I enjoy that very much.
Which part? Just our neighbors?
Yeah, visiting
we've got
and
great
having
neighbors.
and having, people I can hang out with. It's been very nice.
We're very nice neighbors.
I was telling them about, I was bragging, my new girlfriends in the neighborhood is, y'all, have you gone to the gym? And I've seen personal trainers use those Theraguns on their clients,
Oh.
The original Theragun. There've been a lot of knockoffs. Don't go with the original, go with the Theragun. I was so lucky to get a Theragun for my birthday. Otherwise, my quarantine birthday would have sucked. But Theragun has been a game changer for me. Because I constantly have tight shoulders. I don't know if it's from the way I sit at a computer or whatever. And I'm always asking Alan, rub my shoulders. Ladies, you know how it is. The men like, I don't want to do it anymore.
You get limp hand?
Yeah, you don't get it. Or I tell Alan, I can take a lot of pressure. I can take it. But men are afraid of hurting. Like I've asked my brother, my dad, every man, Big Al, everybody, rub my shoulders, and they won't do it with the pressure that I love. I'm telling you what, Theragun has made such a difference. If you are like me and you're looking for a stress reliever, you just want to feel good. If you Like, I remember my personal trainer used to tell me my T-bands were so tight in my legs. And it's like, I don't know what I can do. And it's so important, apparently, ask your trainer if you have one, about your T-bands being more loose and limber. Theragun, you do it right in there and it's a game changer. But the new and improved Theragun is what I'm so excited about, because this is the all-new Gen 4 Theragun, which is actually so much quieter than the previous versions. They found a way to do it. It's this proprietary brushless motor. I don't know what any of that means. All I know is
it's quiet.
It's quiet. And it, like in the morning when I do it right before I go on the radio, I'm in my the little office that I've taken over from Alan. The old Theragun was really loud and I wouldn't use it till after he woke up. Now the Gen 4 Theragun is so quiet, you don't hear a thing.
When you're trying to relax your muscles, you want quiet.
It's great. And I'm soothing my aching muscles. I'm releasing that tension. I will never have to ask him to rub my shoulders again because I got this.
You got the Theragun.
And it's easy because of the way it's shaped. I can hit all my sore spots. I don't have to reach uncomfortably. Listen, if you've been wanting to get one, the all-new Gen 4 Theragun is what you got to get. Try it, because we've got a really great offer for you right now, too.
Yeah, it really is, babe. Try that Theragun risk-free for 30 days. There's no substitute for the Theragun Gen 4 that Kelly mentioned with an OLED screen.
Is it OLED or is it OLED?
Either way.
How do you say it?
I don't
even
know. We said it both ways. Personalized Theragun app and the quiet and power you need.
Yes.
Starting at only $199. Go to Theragun.com/lovin, Lovin, right now and get your Gen 4 Theragun today. That's Theragun.com/lovin. One more time for good measure, babe. Theragun.com/lovin. Risk-free for 30 days.
That's great. I'm telling you, I wanted one for so long, finally got one for my birthday, and just literally a coincidence, I got the Theragun and then they started being a sponsor on our podcast in that order. So I was really thrilled about it.
The Theragun will rub the tension out.
They even have a travel size Theragun now. So if you're traveling, when we can do that again one day, right? All right. So speaking of, how can we help it? We got to talk a little bit about coronavirus, because I did talk about this, I think, on the last podcast. Sometimes I talk about things on the radio and I talk about things on the podcast. I can't keep them straight.
Dime.
Or maybe I'm just telling Alan these things in the backyard. I can't remember.
Dime.
But I was telling him the other day, I had my face mask on. I went to the grocery store, and it seemed to me like there were more people not wearing a face mask than I had witnessed previously. And not only were they not wearing a face mask, they almost had like an attitude about it. It was like
really?
the way they're carrying themselves, and they look at you. It's not just like, oh, I'm just doing my business shopping. It's like they're walking around like I'm making a statement. It was an attitude, a perception, not with everybody, but I did notice it a lot. Well, guess what I just found today? We have to, go through so much material and information, but this is from the Psychology of Pandemics, which we are in the middle of one right now, by Stephen Taylor. And he talked about why...
Aerosmith lead singer?
No, Stephen Taylor.
Oh.
He talked about why some people are getting so angry about wearing face masks. He said psychologists say people naturally rebel when they're told what to do, even if the measures could protect them. The mental health professionals say people value their freedoms, and they become distressed or indignant or morally outraged when they think people are trying to take away those freedoms. It's the same kind of reaction that happened when they started banning smoking in restaurants, when they banned it in bars. I know not all bars, but many across the country, if not 100% by now, almost. And on airplanes. Remember when people used to be able to smoke on airplanes? People were really up in arms about that for a while, because you're taking away my rights. And I tell you, I was sensing that from people the other day, just with the way, it's not just that they weren't wearing a mask. It was the look and the way they were carrying themselves. Right? It's sort of like the mentality I used to have when I got to stay home. I was so excited. If we ever had a weekend where we had nothing to do, no obligation, no dinner plans, and that doesn't happen a lot, where we don't, when we don't have the kids, and I'd be so excited. I get to stay home. But then comes the the order, you got to stay home. Suddenly, but I want to go out. I want to go do everything. It's like it's just a mental game we all play with ourselves.
It sounds like you're painting the picture of the person who's not wearing a mask as
I didn't say everybody.
as someone who's angry.
I didn't say everybody.
Is everyone who's not wearing a mask angry?
No, did you not listen to me? I said some people were fine, but I did notice the air of some people that seemed to not only not be wearing a mask, but it seemed like they were doing it as a statement.
Are the people who are wearing masks as equally as angry at the people who aren't wearing masks?
I don't know, but I am quite sure in this fine country of ours that there has been conflict over that.
Oh,
I am sure there has been confrontation.
Absolutely. I'm sure there has.
I have not personally experienced that yet.
I haven't either.
But I have had conversations with people who are very judgy about it, but not to the point where they would go up to someone and say, you need to have a mask on, or you are ignorant and you're buying into this whole garbage and take that mask off. I haven't seen any of that.
I haven't either. Most people have been pretty civil.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's civil about it, but start paying attention to how people are acting when they're not wearing a mask.
Boy, I was in line at Homie D's yesterday, and the woman behind me, man, she wasn't getting, not 6 feet. She wasn't getting 20 feet within me. I mean, I'd take one step up, and she would take one step up, but she was 20 feet behind me, babe. 20 feet.
Were you like doing a little test?
Yeah, then I started doing a bit. Then I kind of look over my shoulder.
You step back?
Yeah, I kind of like, well, I need to look at something on the end cap here. And then so I took like 3 steps back, and I noticed she took 3 steps back.
Some people are very,
20 feet.
More concerned than others. Where do you fall? I think we fall somewhere in the middle.
She thought I had the COVID.
Yeah. I don't live in fear of getting coronavirus. I don't want to get coronavirus. Have I had coronavirus and I'm asymptomatic? I don't even know. I don't know.
Well,
I'm not afraid of it. I'm not afraid of it, but it's like the flu. I don't want to get it. I don't want to get tonsillitis. I don't want to get appendicitis. I don't want to get coronavirus, but I don't live in fear of getting it.
I know what I'm afraid of.
What?
I'm afraid of this tidbit I got from YouGov.com.
What?
That says, just for the heck of it, the next time you're on a Zoom call, which a lot of people are doing nowadays.
Yeah,
right?
everybody.
Everyone does Zoom now. Ask the person you're speaking with.
Why did we not buy stock in Zoom?
Ask the person you're speaking with to stand up. Why would you do that? A survey about the COVID-19 lockdown reveals that 47% of people are not wearing pants during video calls.
Yeah.
The survey also reveals that men are 3 times more likely to skip wearing pants during work from home video calls as compared to women. I wouldn't have really a big problem with, if I was on a Zoom call with 10 other people, 5 male, 5 female, and I knew that nobody had pants on, I would be okay with that. Now,
I don't know.
Now,
there's a level of
casualness.
casualness.
You can't see it. You can't see it. It's like on the news. You know how many times the anchors?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah, they don't have pants on, or they're just wearing jeans or something.
All the time.
I wouldn't care that they're not wearing pants. Now, if they weren't wearing pants and panties, or
you mean nude, being real nude,
or skivvies, and I knew that would be strange,
right?
Even though you can't see anything, and they're clothed from the waist up,
right?
Wouldn't that be strange?
That would be strange. But how would we know unless they tell us or they stand up?
Like, what if you're on a Zoom call with Al and he's got his fancy Robert Graham shirt on and his hat, but then he doesn't have any pants or underwear on?
That would be awkward.
But you know that, but you can't see that.
Well, I would obviously bring it up often.
You would?
Oh, how could I not? Al, why are you not wearing pants?
But you can't
see it, Kelly. I don't care. I know you're not wearing pants. That would be a constant problem.
My man.
By the way, Alan and I are wearing pants, so we are in the 53% who are pantsed.
I am wearing pants. I am wearing underwear.
You know, it's been really one of the casualties. A lot of small businesses aren't going to be opening, and stores that were in trouble before, now it's just like, forget about it. They're not coming back. It's going to be really interesting. We know that Neiman Marcus, the luxury department store, founded and based out of Dallas, Texas. They filed for bankruptcy protection. I know that Forever 21 had filed for bankruptcy protection, but I think that's probably going to close down and never come back again.
Forever 21?
Mm-hmm. J. Crew just declared bankruptcy. I don't know if you heard about that.
I didn't realize J. Crew was still in business.
I read an article about this within the past year about the trouble that J. Crew had found themselves in. There was a minute when they were like the fashion darling. It was when Michelle Obama was in the White House and she was wearing J. Crew, and all these celebrities were wearing J. Crew. But they got, I don't know, it's something about the head designer or something just had like a fall from grace, and people just, I don't know, they were talking about the quality decline, the fashion choices decline. They were even doing J. Crew bridal wear for a while. It was like a really big deal, but they say now they've filed for bankruptcy.
I always liked going into J. Crew back in the day when I shopped more kind of like
You're
Gap,
preppier.
Banana Republic. But I'd go from Gap and I'd go into J. Crew, and it's like, wait a minute, these are the same styles, but it's like 3 times the price. What am I getting here that I can't get at Gap?
Well, you would hopefully be paying for quality. I was actually talking to one of my friends today about this. She was of the opinion that people are going to want to start buying more luxury quality. I said, I don't think so. I think it's going the exact opposite way, because with the announcement about Neiman Marcus, which for the longest time, we Alan and I talked about this off the air, they would only accept Neiman Marcus credit cards. You couldn't use any other credit card there, but then they finally like, okay, let's accept another credit card. But I don't think they kept up with the changing tastes of what's happening, because we're a very disposable fashion because of social media. Because I will get these Facebook flashbacks from 7 years ago, and I'll be sitting there and I'm like, oh my God, I'm wearing the same dress as I'm looking at this picture from 7 years ago. It's horrifying. And because you need to have more outfits for your social media game, you can't be spending crazy amounts of money. Mm-hmm. So that you were in LA when Kobe Bryant passed away. You went for the Grammys, and what was going out of business? You really don't remember? Barney's.
Oh, Barney's. Duh. Yeah.
You look at me like I'm crazy.
I couldn't remember. I went to Barney's.
The high-end luxury.
Yeah, Barney's was having a going out of business sale. It was like 90% off.
And it was still expensive at 90% off.
Of course, I did pick something up. Jose was he was all bummed that Barney's was closing.
Yeah, I think the luxury idea of is going away. They said even Nordstrom is doing some downsizing and closing a number of its stores. As long as they don't touch Nordstrom Rack.
Nordstrom doesn't close. I like Nordstrom. But if they start messing with Nordstrom Rack, they're going to have an issue with me. Well, then we move on over to TJ Maxx.
I'm happy.
TJ Maxx.
I like TJ Maxx too, but Nordstrom Rack is my jam.
What happened? What would you do if there was no Nordstrom Rack, no TJ Maxx, and no Target? Where would you go?
Well, I would have to go to Marshall's, but that's also part of the TJ Maxx family.
Okay, count no Marshalls either.
I guess Ross. Is Ross part of the TJ Maxx family?
I don't think so.
I guess Walmart. I don't know.
Really?
Hey, Sofia Vergara has a line of clothing there, and it's really nice stuff. I'm telling you, the discount retailers are stepping up their game because they realize that's the way people's spending habits are going. We want something cute. We don't care if it's going to be in our closet for 20 years. That whole thing about buy investment pieces, that idea is out the window. Unless you buy like a black blazer or a black skirt, something like that you can always, that's fine. But for fashion and stuff, you're not worried about it lasting 20 years anymore. This is a totally new train of thought. And so that's why people are going. You'd be really shocked what I saw Sofia Vergara had on Mother's Day. She wore a dress from her line at Walmart. And I was like, oh, I haven't checked out what she's got going on there. Beautiful dresses, designer jeans, cute tops, and all this stuff. And it's like, why not? Mm-hmm. Why not? That's where America shops.
You know what else has killed high end is, online. And I think that high end was they're slower to get online and sell through online, like Barney's.
Or you can go to like
Neiman's.
Pret-a-Porter. That's where all the celebrities shop. But I'm like, I'm not paying $2,000 for a white shirt.
Well, and a lot of people won't. But you know what they will do? They'll go online and find these resellers, like Real Real and Poshmark, and I mean even eBay. A lot of stuff's counterfeit on eBay, but Real Real and Poshmark, you can find really high end stuff for like half the price it is when you buy it new retail. Some people don't care that they don't buy a Louis Vuitton bag like brand new, and they get the box, the fancy box, and they get the bottled water and all that stuff. They just want the bag.
Right.
And there are ways to do that online.
Yeah.
And I think that's taken a cut out of traditional high-end retail too.
Yeah.
You know?
I actually...
I mean, that's a tough business. How do you make any money doing that?
It's hard.
Those big fancy stores and all that overhead. And
I'm telling you, we're getting ready to see a big shift in a lot of the way we do business, the way we shop, the way we dine out, the way we socialize, the way we go and enjoy big venue events. It's going to be really interesting. I don't know how they're going to figure it out. I don't know what they're going to do. But like, my Aunt Velma, she sent me a bunch of pictures, some black and white pictures. Remember, well, you don't remember because none of us were alive then. But when the Spanish flu broke out, have you been reading any comparisons about the Spanish flu to what's going on now?
some.
And it was a huge pandemic, and even more people died, than what we're seeing today. But she was showing, there were these women in like these Victorian dresses walking around with face masks on, and they were shutting down schools and things like that. But you know what happened? Eventually, people just started going back out, and people start, forgetting and going back to normal. But I don't know in this day and age if we'll ever go back to the way it was 3 months ago.
Somebody told me that Woodstock was held during some type of pandemic. Is that true?
I don't know. I'd have to look it up. I don't know.
We need to look that up because somebody told me that, or I saw that somewhere.
What would it have been?
I don't know.
Like
if it
the
was
measles or something?
Some type of bad flu or something. I don't know. Yeah, we need to look that up.
That's the first I've heard of that.
That would be.
But it's interesting.
Strange.
I'm anxious. I'm optimistic. I mean, I have a friend that wants us to go out to eat next week because one of his favorite restaurants, they did not open when they were told it was okay. They waited. They tapped the brakes a little bit and gave it a minute. And they're going to open next week. And he's like, let's go, because it's a friend of ours that owns the restaurant, and let's go support her. So I'm like, okay, we could maybe do that with the proper, precautions that everybody's taking, right?
Yeah. You want me to do one more COVID tidbit? And
yeah, because we don't want to spend every podcast talking about COVID, but that's what's going on.
That's what's going on, and we got some good information here.
Okay.
This one's from Cosmo.
Well, I love Cosmo.
Do you read Cosmo?
I don't read the magazine, but I go online a lot and get a lot of interesting.
Aren't there some
stuff on
controversial topics and articles in Cosmo?
Yeah, from what I remember, I started reading when you're a kid, back when I was a kid, and it's been a minute. You start off reading like the Tiger Beat magazines, and I'm guessing they still have those.
17.
Well, that's what then you progress to 17 magazine. 17 magazine is not targeted towards 17-year-old girls. It's targeted more towards like 12 and 13-year-old girls.
Allure.
And then you progress from 17 to Cosmo.
Oh, where is Allure and all that?
Allure, that's probably about the same level as Cosmo, but Allure is a totally different animal. Cosmo, you went because it was a little bit naughty, and it talked about sex and stuff like that. And so that was, I read Cosmo for a minute.
Well, okay. Well, this one's from Cosmo. Says, despite being isolated with their spouse because of the coronavirus pandemic, people are still managing to cheat on their partners, with cheating sites seeing an increase in users looking for affairs since the pandemic hit. In fact, Illicit Encounters has seen an 18% rise in activity from male members and a 12% rise from female members in recent weeks.
Wow.
More than half of these men said they'd initiated new affairs in the last 4 weeks, with most of them citing boredom as the reason for seeking out new lovers. Almost half of female members have made contact with a new partner in that time, with the majority saying the coronavirus crisis has exposed the weakness of their relationship and made them realize they just needed fresh stimulus. Stimulus being the key word, babe. The cheaters aren't...
Stimulus or stimuli?
Exactly. The cheaters aren't leaving the house. They're using video conferencing and sexting to meet their infidelity needs.
Y'all are being so risky with that. That is so risky.
Can I just ask some logistical questions?
What?
Video conferencing and sexting.
So would you have an affair over Zoom?
Well, that's what I was going to say. So what do you do? How's that work?
Well, I guess it would involve
a
lot of fondling.
Come on. I'm trying to have a mature.
I am. I'm not giggling.
Show some maturity.
I'm not giggling.
Show some decorum for once.
But I mean, there's video. I've never participated, but I can imagine how that would work. And you can too. You just want me to say the words. But I think that's just dangerous because every time you open your cell phone, your laptop, I just feel like you're vulnerable to somebody getting that video, that picture. And I just would not risk putting it out there because you don't know that person on the other end that you're sending a shot of your boobies. They could be screen grabbing that. And you just don't know. I wouldn't do that. That's very risky.
Well,
but you know what?
That's what's going on, babe. Illicit encounters. I've never heard of that.
Is that like an Ashley Madison competitor?
I suppose
because Ashley Madison's the one where you go if you want to have an affair, right? Which is so bold. But I don't know. We haven't gotten to that point.
See,
I don't think this is highlighted.
What do you mean?
Well, you said the coronavirus has highlighted weaknesses in people's relationships, right? But I think on the flip side, it's also highlighted strengths in people's relationships.
I haven't been bored. Have I looked bored the whole time I've been on coronavirus quarantine?
I don't think I've been too bored.
I've been busting my hump.
You have. I don't think I've been too bored. I think I went through a state of, I call it the mullygrubs, but the blues, probably about week 2 and 3. But then once we got past that, I was kind of okay with it. But it took me a minute to go through just being kind of sad and depressed about it. But I don't think I've necessarily been bored. But I've been so thankful that I've been able to have my job. A lot of people were furloughed or they've lost their jobs. I mean, what do you do all day? I'm so thankful that I have that to break up the day. And you've found all these home projects to do, which has been incredible.
Well,
you can start a landscaping business after this.
Some people apparently crack open the laptop, draw the shades closed, put the saran wrap over the keyboard.
Y'all, that's very risky. I wouldn't do that.
Whip it out, start handling up on their business. Sounds like that's what they're doing.
Don't do that. Don't do that, podcast family. Write a love letter to Kelly instead and then listen to that podcast. Loveletterstokelly.com.
So no reaction to saran wrap on the keyboard, huh?
Well, are you trying not to spread your germs or you just won't want to have to clean up the mess later? I mean, Alan, you're the one that said you wanted to have a mature conversation about it, but you're the one trying to drag me down with you, and I'm not going there. Not going there. You know what he's trying to do.
Babe.
He's like, Kelly, can't you have a mature conversation? Well, yes, I can. I can. That's all I have to say about that. I do think that during quarantine, sometimes it's important to, take a minute, take care of yourself. Sometimes we get out of our usual routine. Some of us, maybe you let your roots go. You let your plucking your eyebrows go. You let shaving your legs go and whatever. But when you get ready to take care of that grooming issue, what you do should make you feel pretty incredible. That's the whole point of it. So I want you to meet Billy. Billy with an I-E. They've recreated everyday essentials by delivering premium razors and high-performing body care directly to you. And there's no pink tax, ladies. Not going to cost you more just because it's a lady's razor. You don't have to go to the drugstore either. You don't have to break the bank. It's all delivered straight to your door. You just go to mybilly.com to get their starter kit. It's just $9. And that includes their award-winning razor. You get 2 refill blades, a magnetic holder so it keeps your razor safe and dry in between uses. And Billy, you know what? They're out to change more than just the way you shave. They just released 3 completely clean, must-have products to add to your self-care routine. Are your lips dry? Try the Billy Lip Balm. Your hair oily because you don't like washing it all the time? Billy's got the dry shampoo. They also have face wipes because, for the skincare, that's the least you can do for yourself. Stock up on those with My Billy. I'll tell you what, with My Billy razors, You get a smooth shave, and I do tend to believe it lasts a little bit longer because it's that close. That's the difference. So try Billy out. Give us a try. Let us know what you think about it. Go to mybilly.com to meet the razor that made everyone start talking more about razors. And Alan, you brought up Allure magazine. This is a best of beauty winner in Allure magazine.
Yeah, it is.
That's a big deal right there. They don't just give that out to anybody.
And to express a little love for our podcast, go to mybilly.com/lovin, Lovin. It's a small way you can support us while getting the best razor you will ever own. It's just $9 to get your starter kit plus free shipping always. Go to mybilly.com/lovin. That's spelled mybillie.com/lovin, Lovin.
Thank you, honey, for doing that.
Love Billy.
Yeah, you do, because you love rubbing up on my smooth legs.
I like smooth legs. I mean, I don't mind hairy legs if they're attached to my body, but...
Well, you don't mind them if they're attached to mine.
Well, I kind of do.
Nah, you don't. You never complain.
I never complain, but...
Good to know.
The underarm hair would be a deal breaker.
Well, you know what? Nowadays, women do what they want. If you want to shave it,
I'm not judging
if you
people.
don't.
Hey, I'm not judging females that have underarm hair. I'm just saying in my relationship, that would not be, I don't want to say tolerated. That would not be, it would not be preferred. It would not be preferred.
Let me tell you what Alan has been, that I have noticed, a big shift in Alan when it comes to our dog, Larry. Alan has been, he's been through a phase with Larry, and it's not been a loving phase. I think Alan got to the point where he was kind of aggravated with this dog because he was destroying our carpets. I get it. He itches and licks all the time. He's cost us a lot in vet bills, but we're
thousands.
We're rounding the curve.
Don't forget that the whole house smelled too.
It did.
And don't forget that he charges people that know us, like my mom and dad.
But I love this dog so much.
And our kids.
But I think you've turned the corner with Larry, because you have been so much nicer to him this week, and I have noticed it. It's been very, very obvious. What was the turning point for you? Has there been anything you can pinpoint, or is your heart just that cold, hard cover that was on your heart? Is it just finally started to melt? What is it about you and Larry?
Well, after a lot of reflection on my relationship with Larry, dogs are smart. Hey, Captain Obvious. Dogs are very smart.
They're very intuitive.
They're very intuitive. And dogs, no matter how wheels off your dog is or isn't, dogs sense human energy. And this is something I've read lots of books about this. Cesar Millan talks about energy a lot.
What does Larry feel about my energy, do you think?
Well, he probably loves it because he follows you everywhere.
I love that dog.
But I could sense, just being around Larry, that he could sense my energy towards him. So I thought, you know what? I'm the human here. He's the canine. He is not going to change because he's a canine. I have the ability to change my behavior. So I'm going to change my energy. I'm going to make a conscious effort to change my energy around Larry, and I'm going to see what happens.
It has been a very obvious shift. I have commented on it a couple of times.
And it's funny. Now he follows me around, and he'll jump up in my lap, and he doesn't run away when I walk in the room. And it's pretty amazing how if you just shift just a few things. It's not like I was being mean to Larry. I wasn't.
No, but you weren't like.
But I wasn't giving him a lot of warm fuzzies.
No,
And
I'm the one that he would cuddle with every night and want to sleep with. Get up in my lap and just fall asleep, because I'm always like, I love you so much, you're such a baby, and I love him. And Alan sometimes says, I wish you talked to me like you talk to the dog. And so then I will, and he laughs. But I'm like, do you want me to talk to you like I talk to Larry all the time? You're so sweet. Do you like that?
Well, not all the time. Maybe every once in a while. No, but
you want me to scratch your head like I scratch Larry? I love him so much.
No, I'm good. No, but I think Larry is. I've come to realize he is a
delicate, sensitive.
He's very skittish. He's very sensitive. He was like this before we got him.
He's a rescue.
I think he was abused. I really do.
We don't know his story. He was found wandering in a field covered with burrs and fleas. So we do not know his story. They guess when they found him, he was between a year and a year and a half old based upon his teeth. And so we didn't know. And, you know, when we first got that dog, we were both just head over heels, but he was difficult. He was pooping and peeing everywhere. He growled and barked at the girls, especially. We couldn't figure out why. We're like, well, was he abused by teenage girls? But why does he like me? Does he know I'm an older one? What was the deal? Is it because he smells their teenage hormones? What is it? We didn't know. But not only on top of that, he has a lot of dietary and skin issues.
He's a high maintenance dog. He's a very, very high maintenance dog.
But you know what? He picked the right family. He picked us because I'm going to love that dog. And I don't think I am, you know, some people like if a dog, you hear the stories. The dog's 16 years old, has cataracts, doggy cancer. They can't walk. They're wearing doggy diapers. And they'll go to the vet and say, give him that surgery. I don't care how much it costs. I'm going to pay any amount to save my dog. I'm not that person. But within reason, I'll do whatever I can for that dog. I will. And that includes another trip to the vet where Alan can say, I told you so.
Yeah, we've been trying to figure out these allergies for a long time. And I say, you know what, babe? Most of the time, these allergies have to do with the food they're eating. And we've tried a lot of different types of foods, different brands of food, different ingredients. And
I finally found one that makes him so happy he literally dances when I feed him.
But what I told
Kelly,
Kelly,
on his hind legs and he danced.
yeah,
he could
that's
not
great.
Wait.
That's great. But he was also, at the time Kelly started giving him this stuff, he started scooting, he started licking his paws, he started trying to rub his face into the floor. I mean, he was miserable.
But he loved that food
and
so
I said,
much.
Kelly, you've got to stop giving him that food.
But
he loves it.
It must be something else.
It just keeps him so happy. And I'm
so
like,
happy.
I don't think he's happy. He's miserable. He's scratching.
But look at him dance.
He's scooting. He's licking his butt. He's itchy. You know?
Maybe it's something else. So we got him allergy shots. I gave him Benadryl. Nothing was working. So finally went to the doggy dermatologist that specializes in allergies, just like my dog George, my previous dog George had. We gave him a shot and it was fine. But George's allergies were environmental. Apparently Larry's are food related.
Yeah, so the vet said, get him off that food. Didn't say like your husband said, but, you know, stop that.
He didn't know what we talked about.
Stop that food and put him on this food. And I had told Kelly a couple of weeks ago.
Months maybe.
Yeah, I said, hey, I was in PetSmart the other day and I saw this food and it's, you know, it's expensive, but it's like a very, very specialized type of food that doesn't have beef in it, doesn't have chicken, doesn't even have lamb. It's got venison.
And potatoes.
Yeah, and I said, this stuff is supposed to knock out any kind of skin irritation. Whatever, just to get him what he usually has.
He's so happy, Alan.
Yeah,
Look at him dance.
He's so happy. Well, this vet suggested we get that food that I saw about a month ago.
And about $250 later for that advice, here we are.
And then put that on top of the thousands that we've already got in the dog on allergy shots.
So there you go.
Yeah.
But you love me.
Yes, I do.
And you have a renewed love for Larry.
Well, I've always loved the dog. I just thought he's extremely strange.
I know.
I mean, you know, I don't dislike the dog, but like I said, he's not going to change. Like, if you want his behavior to change, you've got to have more positive energy, you know?
Yeah. And poor Larry, he was getting, you know, we'd get him the allergy shots and the vet, the doggy dermatologist, allergist specialist said, usually if they have, you know, really bad allergies, those shots will last about a month. And I was like, he wasn't even making it a week. He would be just licking to the point where he was licking himself raw.
And tell everybody what
hot spots and crusty
Tell everybody
patches.
what the vet said about his beehole.
Well, he said, you know, looking at Larry when he first got to the office, they have to do the whole social distancing thing. So I had to sit in the car in the parking lot. The nurse came out and took him in, and Larry's just fine. He didn't bark at anybody. When she called me in the phone, she goes, Larry is so great. He's just making friends with everybody. I'm like, it's like when your kid, you know, does good for the teacher and never at home anyway. So the the doctor calls me back and he said, when you first look at Larry, he looks absolutely fine. But then when you start really inspecting him, between all of his paws was severely inflamed and very red. He has these raw spots, when you look in the folds of his skin.
Inside of his legs.
His face is because he said, does he always itching his face? I was like, yes. Lately he's always putting his face in the carpet. And he's like, yeah. And he said, and now he's got leather butt. I'm like, excuse me?
Excuse me?
Excuse me? He said, yes. He said, and I did, honestly, I noticed this the other day when I was walking him because I was like, it looked almost like, those animals when you go to the zoo and the baboons have those hard butts, the brown kind of.
Like a mandrill?
It was, I don't know what a mandrill means.
A bonobos?
I don't know, but it looked
a
dark.
chimpanzee.
His butt had gotten, because we shave it, because for the
correction,
sanitary.
You shave it.
I shaved it once, but that we went and got him groomed.
Same clippers she used on my head.
That's not true. I ordered special clippers. He's lying. He's teasing. Let's not say lying. Anyway, when
are you
she
being
groomed
misrepresented?
him, I was teasing.
Oh.
When he came home from the vet, I noticed his butt looked really brown and like leathery, and he said, that's leather butt, and it's from constant inflammation. And I'm like, this poor dog has lived in misery
because you like seeing him dance.
Don't make me feel worse.
Oh, okay. Well,
I have done everything, and now, okay, fine. So we're hopeful, and maybe once he feels better and he's not constantly irritated, maybe it'll change the way he acts around people when he charges them. I don't know.
He's seemed a lot more mellow. That's for sure. He hasn't been itching as much.
He's on like a
he's
doggy
on some kind of
steroid
drug.
too.
Yeah.
And they said one of the side effects is lethargy, drowsiness, and extreme hunger and thirst. So he's got all that.
Well,
but let me tell you how positive Alan's feeling about Larry.
I wouldn't wish leather butt on my worst enemy.
That the doctor, I said, I felt so bad. I said, is there any way it'll clear up? He said, yes, it'll clear up in time. Let me tell you how things are going with Larry. So good. Alan is now looking at doggy rescue sites, trying to find a baby sister for Larry.
Kelly thinks just because I've sent her a few links that all of a sudden we're getting another dog.
Why would you do that?
I'm just looking.
Why would you do that?
Because I saw some dogs that were cute. And
this is exactly what happened when you sent me a few links for a slingshot.
True.
This is exactly what happened when you sent me a few links for what else?
Evans Manor.
Anything.
True.
He sends me a few links and we get it the next weekend.
Yeah.
So I am fully expecting that we're going to have a little. We've thought about if we ever got another dog, to get another male, we're afraid that Larry would try to mark his territory and be the dominant male.
Oh, there'd be the biggest pissing match. No pun intended either. Literally, there would be the biggest pissing match.
But we were talking to some people.
Sorry, Larry,
said,
that was bad. That was bad.
Right here.
That was bad energy, wasn't it?
Right here, he's smelling me right now. So we thought maybe if we got a female dog, he wouldn't be in that type of competition. So Alan has started looking at rescue females. But here's the thing. That female has to fit through our doggy door and has to not shed a lot. I ain't about shedding. I don't want to deal with it. Just it has to be a low maintenance hair. So I'm very optimistic because I've been wanting a second dog for a while.
Let me throw out a couple of just real quick, and then we'll probably need to bring it home for Jerome. Let me throw out a couple of just dog breeds, and I know if we got a dog, we would most likely adopt. And when you adopt,
we're adopting.
It's usually it's a mix. Usually.
You can, listen though, if you have your heart set on a pure breed, there are pure breed rescues.
Yeah, but let me throw out a couple of dog breeds that I just jotted down that I like, and I want you to tell me what you think.
Okay.
Cocker Spaniel.
I used to have.
That was my first dog.
A cockapoo. Anything you mix with a poodle, I'm going to be good with. So a cockapoo, yes. I had a cockapoo growing up. Great dog, because poodle mixes tend to be smart and they tend to not shed. However, from what I was told from the doggy dermatologist nurse, Poodles tend to have dog allergies.
I had the cutest
they
Cocker
do.
Spaniel when I was a little kid named Dusty. And he was cute. Australian Shepherd.
Well, I've had Shelties, which are like a miniature shepherd, right?
My dog Sydney was an Australian Shepherd.
Well, I had
that was the best dog I've ever had. Best dog I've ever had.
But they shed a lot.
They do shed a lot. Long hair.
I don't want a shedder.
Beautiful fur, but yeah, they do shed a lot. What about a Yorkie?
Oh, George was a Yorkie poo-poo. His mother was a Yorkie poo, and his father was a poodle. So he was Yorkie 2 parts poodle. So he was a Yorkie poo-poo.
So he didn't have much Yorkie.
He was a Yorkie poo-poo.
Because George was big.
He was fat. I overfed him.
Yeah, okay. My grandpa had a Yorkie named Bert. I think I've told you that.
Cute.
Yeah, Bert. Miniature Schnauzer.
Well,
Which
Larry
part.
has a lot of schnauzer in him. If it's a schnauzer poo, fine.
Aren't they kind of prickish?
We think that might be why Larry charges people. It's either the schnauzer in him or the chihuahua. We're not sure.
My Aunt Saul, she had, when I was a kid, she had a miniature schnauzer. Of course, they're all named Pepper, right? This was Pepper. And Pepper was kind of prickish, as I remember.
Well, I've met some schnauzers that are beautiful and wonderful. It just depends.
Pekingese.
Again, peekapoo, fabulous.
What about Pekingese? What's your hot sports opinion on them?
Well, aren't they the smashy nose things?
My sister has a Pekingese.
They're smashy nose.
Yes.
Your sister's dog bit me.
It did.
But my uncle had
what were you
Pekingese.
doing with it?
I was petting it and loving it and showing it affection. The dog actually came up to me to be shown affection, which I was doing, and the dog turned around and bit me. But that's okay. I don't hold that against your sister.
Okay.
But I do hold it against that dog. But I'm just saying, I've been around Pekingese that are absolutely fine, and Peekapoos are super cute.
One of our live studio audience members says she has a Pekingese named Indiana Jones.
Cute.
That's a good name right there. How about a German Shepherd?
No. It's too big, and you
Boy,
won't.
they
You don't
are
want it.
so majestic looking.
They are beautiful, but you
Gosh,
don't want
those are
one.
good looking
You tell
dogs.
everybody.
Yeah.
Tell everybody.
Well, I'm afraid of big dogs.
Alan's afraid of big dogs.
I'm afraid of big animals, not just big dogs. Like elephants.
Seriously afraid.
Like rhinoceroses.
We went to wine country.
Camels.
We went
horses.
to wine country in California one time, and there was I don't even know what this dog was. It was gigantic, and it was just lying down outside of a restaurant because its owners were inside.
Looked like a damn horse.
Alan about had a heart attack. He's like, I can't go near it. I can't go. He had to go all the way around because he wouldn't go near that dog. And I was like, oh, you're not joking. You really are scared of big animals.
I don't like big animals.
He doesn't.
They're so powerful.
Yeah, I mean, I get a little nervous around a big animal because, like your sister's dog bit me, but he's a little thing. Imagine if you're petting a sweet cow or something, or you think, and suddenly the cow. I get nervous around cows because you don't know.
How about a border collie? They're supposed to
okay.
be the smartest dog.
Do they shed a lot though?
They have fur like an Australian Shepherd.
They shed a lot.
They're black and white. Have you ever seen them?
I haven't. I'm having trouble. Do they shed?
Well, yeah, all dogs shed.
Can we get a border collie poo?
I don't know about that.
Poodle fixes everything.
Yeah, border collies are so smart. I heard though, we have a neighbor who has a border collie, and he's missing an eye. I met him one time. Yeah, but he said it doesn't bother him much. He said he went in the backyard one night, and then he came back in, and he was injured. So he got in a fight with something, like a wild animal or something.
We have a lot of coyotes and bobcats around here.
Yeah, but they are supposed to be so smart. Basset hound.
I don't want a basset hound.
Why don't you want a basset hound?
I get that they're sweet.
They're so cute.
I know. And my one of my dearest friends in life, her mother has basset hounds, and they are very sweet. They slobber.
Larry slobbers.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
Not like that.
He chokes.
Okay, for whatever listener, if you're listening, the one that told us to get a raised water bowl, a raised food and water bowl, game changer. He used to cough and choke up water whenever he drank it because he eats and drinks so fast. Game changer. Thank you for that. But this dog, They lope around very slowly. Their ears drag the ground. From what I've been told,
If
they
you
have
have
a
legs
lot
that
of ear.
short, you'd lope around slowly
From what
too.
I've been told, they have a serious ear infection issue and they slobber really bad. I'm not about a basset hound. Cutest puppies in the world.
But those ears are so cute.
Cutest puppies in the world.
You
I don't
play,
want one.
you can play peekaboo with them all day
No,
with their ears.
I don't. Please don't get a basset hound. Please.
No, I'm not going to get a dog if you don't want that dog. But
I don't. I
think
don't
they're,
want one.
I think they're really cute.
A basset poo? Is there such a thing?
I don't
I'm
know.
going to Google basset poo.
And then the last one, mix.
A mix of anything.
Just a mix.
As long as there's a poodle in there, because Larry is a Chiser Peekapoo. Larry is a Chihuahua Schnauzer Pekingese Poodle mix.
I thought you told me that this probably isn't true, but all poodle mixes had skin issues or something. Is that true?
I just said that 5 minutes ago. Not even.
You did?
That the doggy dermatologist's assistant, the nurse, said, what kind of breed is Larry? And I said, Chiser Peekapoo. And I broke it down. And she said, oh, poodle. She said mostly poodles have skin allergy
Okay, well,
issues.
don't give me any tude because I also said
I just said it a minute ago.
I also said change his food a month ago.
But I literally said it like 2 minutes ago in this conversation.
There, Evans. That's what I said.
That's the difference.
That's what I said a month ago, Evans.
But see, the difference is I heard you but ignored you.
Did you hear that, Larry? She heard me but ignored
Okay, we're
me.
having a love fest with our dog right now. He's the sweetest little thing. But we'll see. We'll love to have your suggestions. If you have any of those breeds Alan's discussed, as long as you're mixed with a poodle, I am willing to talk to you. But I know what we're going to do tonight, honey. We're going to cuddle up. Now, a few months back, Alan said, Kelly, Larry cannot sleep in the bed with us anymore.
Larry has his bed and I have my bed.
So is that still the case?
That's still the case.
So we just enjoy our Brooklyn and sheets all by ourselves. Larry, sorry about you. But I'm telling you what, especially now when things are so stressful, when you finally go to bed at night, you finally lay your head on that pillow, that should be your oasis. That should be your safe place. It should be a place of luxury, some place you love going. And I'll tell you, Brooklyn is going to give you that luxury experience without the luxury markup. You're going to find the comfort in the little things, the morning routines, the extra soft sheets, the plush towels. Yes, because Brooklyn has expanded beyond sheets. So if you want to stay comfy right now, we're all about loungewear. Brooklyn's got you covered. If you want to turn your bathroom into a spa experience, the towels, the robes, and plus Brooklyn's got over 50,000 5-star reviews and counting. And starting this weekend, Brooklinen is kicking off summer with an event you will want to get comfortable with. You can get everything from the bedding to the towels to the loungewear and more at savings you are not going to believe. Brooklinen is the way to go, whether you're shopping for yourself, if you want to make somebody feel really special and give them some added comfort during this time especially.
You like softness?
I do.
You like comfort?
Absolutely.
Essentials to help you relax?
Mm-hmm.
Brooklinen has it all. Brooklinen.com is the perfect place to find all the comforts for home, and they're so confident in their product that all their sheets, comforters, loungewear, and towels come with a lifetime warranty.
Not a 30-day warranty.
No.
Lifetime.
That's a
warranty.
long time. That's a long time. Their Memorial Day event kicks off this weekend, and you don't want to miss it. Ease your way into summer with big savings on sheets, bedding, towels, loungewear, and their newest hammam and linen collections.
Wow.
Yeah. Fancy. And if you can't wait, you can get 10% off your first order and free shipping on all the new sheets right now when you use promo code Kelly. Okay. Kellie.
It's always Kelly. Quit acting surprised.
Kellie. Only at brooklinen.com. That's BROOKLINEN.com. Brooklinen. Everything you need to live your most comfortable life.
But don't forget, it's code Kelly. Kellie. That's me, Kelly Raspberry. Thank you.
Must be nice.
You've had a code Once.
Larry will have a promo code before I get one.
Larry, you want a promo code, you sweet boy?
Promo code Larry.
You think Daddy's gonna let you sleep in bed with us tonight in our Brooklyn and sheets?
Negative. No, I don't want to start.
What if
that.
he's not? What if his leather butt's bothering him and he just wants to cuddle?
You can. There's plenty of places to cuddle in this house. It's
boy.
a giant house. You can cuddle with him anywhere, just not in the bed.
Man, I might just take my Brooklyn and sheets off the bed and lay down next to him tonight.
Well, I'll get our backup.
Hey,
I'll get our backup Brooklinens and throw them on the bed. That's what I will do.
That's what you do. Well, anyway, that's another episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. Thank you for hanging. Well, I'm ready to go. Are you got more? I'm ready to go.
What are you doing? You're doing my part.
Oh, I'm done. So, if Alan's done,
that's not how you do. That's not how you do it.
I was just saying goodbye and kind of wrapping it up
that's
in
not
a
how
nice
you do.
little bow.
You say, "I love you desperately."
I love you.
Well, you say something generic, like you say, "All right, babe." I
was trying that.
No, you say something like, "All right, babe. Well, this was fun." You know, something like that.
That's basically what I was saying. I'm done.
Or another one you can say is, "All right, babe. Good stuff. Good stuff. This was good." That's another one.
All right. Well, I'm done. That's a good one too. My Pinot Grigio is gone. My pork rinds have been digested. I'm ready to go to bed.
All right.
Brooklyn and sheets.
Well, I love you desperately.
I love you too.
Love our listeners desperately.
Couldn't do it without you, honestly.
Love Larry desperately.
Aww.
Even with leather butt.
Oh, Larry, you're going to get a sister. I know it. I can tell.
Not necessarily, but we'll see. We will see.
It's coming, people. Help me out, podcast family.
Whether we get another dog or not, I'm sure we'll podcast again real soon.
Oh, this is happening. I'm so excited.
And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich.
Bye.